Toyohashi is the only place along the entire Tokaido which still runs streetcars. They even rumble onward right near what was once the old road. So naturally, I wanted to start my 12th day of traveling on one of them. But the trip doesn't last very long. After a short ride, the road towards Nagoya turns right, while the streetcar turns left, so I get off. From here, Route 1 continues across the Toyo River, from which Toyohashi obtained its name. In Hiroshige's time, the city was known as Yoshida. Since there weren't many bridges along the Tokaido, he featured it in his image, showing a few barges and part of the city on one side, and Yoshida Castle, surrounded by scaffolding, on the other. One worker climbed on top. Two others appear to be repairing its outer wall. Yoshida Castle is long gone, but the building and repairing is still going on in Toyohashi, with cranes popping up all over its skyline. Near the center of town, the city is building a new cultural center. Architect Nobutaka Kato is a frequent visitor.
私はですね、市役所の、建築の担当者なんですけども、工事現場の、管理ですね。設計からずっと携わってるんですけども、完成まで、ちゃんと建物ができるように、管理をしていきます。
Even though there's a lot of work yet to be done, one senses great care was put into the design of this building and how it is integrated into its surroundings.
最近ではそういう景観、街並みのデザインというものを意識しながら統一の取れた建物を作っていくべきなもんで、当然デザイン的に良くないものは作っちゃいけないと思いますしね。
A mock-up in Kato's office confirms that intent. I ask him why that so seldom seems to be the case in the average Japanese city.
戦後ですね、日本全体が焼け野原になったんですけども、そこから復興という形で、急激な経済成長を遂げていると思うんですよ。で、その中でどんどんものを作っていく、質よりも量だとか、そういった考え方で、ものづくりがされてきたもんですから、なかなか統一した街並みだとか、デザイン的なところというのはあまり意識されずに街ができてきてしまったのかな。
This is a valid and often quoted reason for the architectural disarray of the Japanese cityscape, but there is probably more involved. After all, I suspect that some of these constructions were added long after Japan had risen from its ashes. Someone had to approve this, so I suspect local politics didn't show a great deal of interest in appropriate zoning. But that is starting to change. Like many a Japanese city, Toyohashi still has a ways to go. But with its current crop of architects and planners, it is heading in the right direction. Meanwhile, I've been given another ride. We're heading in the direction of Goyu, the Tokaido's 35th station, which is located some 10 kilometers from Toyohashi. The quickest way is via Route 1, but the landscape here is more or less what I've seen all along the new Tokaido. Retail and convenience stores, factories, and especially car dealerships. This road would benefit from an architectural overhaul as well, but that's not likely to happen anytime soon. I long for something else and find it a few hundred meters to my left, where the Old Tokaido runs along the path it has followed for centuries into the small town of Goyu. It is quiet here, and not too difficult to imagine what it was like in the past. Hiroshige drew what is often considered one of his funniest images here, showing a few maids dragging potential customers into an inn. One of them actually cries out in pain as he's being grabbed by the neck. Goyu was lined from start to end with inns and restaurants, so competition was heavy here. And older maids had to resort to no-nonsense tactics, for Goyu was well known for the charms of their much younger colleagues, which makes this scene very sad as well. The hundreds of young girls serving the customers in both towns didn't come here of their own free will. They came from poor rural families and had been sold to the innkeepers. That way their parents could pay the crippling taxes levied on them by the local daimyo. Goyu's Toren temple remembers them. Ryumyo Saito, the temple's priest, tells me more.
田舎の方から借金を抱えてですね、奉公に出されてお見えになったので、それは雇い主の方もその借金の方にということですので、労働条件は非常に過酷だったというふうに聞いております。朝早くから夜遅くまで、食事をとることもですね、十分にできないぐらいに、過酷な労働だったというふうに、聞いております。
When they were young and pretty, work continued into the night as well. They had no choice. There was only one escape.
この町で働いておられた飯盛り女の方がある時ですね、その過酷な労働に、疲れたのか、それとも、どういった事情があったか分かりませんけども、入水、こちらの北側の西側の池で入水自殺をされると。
The girls are still remembered here.
ここにはですね、飯盛り女のお墓というのが、あります。それを、雇い主である方があまりにも哀れだということで不憫に思われまして、その亡骸をですね、お寺の方に、葬ってくれということで、ここに持ってまいりまして、現代の目で見れば非常にそのかわいそう哀れということでに思いますね。こちらで飯盛り女として働かれておられた娘さんたちも非常につらかったでしょうけども、それと同じぐらいに、そういった事情で、家庭の事情で奉公に出されなくてはいけなかった親御さん家族の方の方がその身を案じるともっとつらかっただろう、同じようにつらかっただろうということを思いますね。
It is a sad story, and what makes it even more sad is that it is still being repeated here day after day. Japan has a frighteningly high suicide rate. Someone commits suicide in this country every 15 minutes. From Goyu to Akasaka is less than 2 kilometers, the shortest distance between any two Tokaido stations. The two towns are separated by a double row of pine trees so unique along the Old Tokaido that they have been designated as a national treasure. It seems somewhat of an overkill for 600 meters of pine trees, but if this is what saves them, and this short stretch of the old road, I'm all for it. There's something else that has been saved along this part of the Old Tokaido. Ohachi has been in operation for the past 360 years. What makes it even more valuable is that Hiroshige probably stayed here. His image shows the inn's interior. There is a courtyard and various rooms surrounding it. In one, some women are applying makeup. One guest is returning from the bath. Another relaxes on the floor of his room while a maid brings in dinner. And there are lots of wonderful details. the staircase with the guest descending. It is another great snapshot of a time long gone, but which can still be experienced here. Kazuhiro Aoki is the inn's current master.
私で19代目っていうことですが、一応西暦で言いますと1649年からこの現在の旅籠を営業しだしたと。その当時、うちみたいな旅籠ですね。旅籠が約赤坂の場合は80軒前後。
Ohiroshige is the only one left. Once the railroad connected the Tokaido towns, travelers no longer halted here. But in the last few years, they have begun to return.
現在はおかげでこの13次をもう歩けのムードでおかげで歩いてこられるお客さんが泊まっていただくということでなんとか生活ができる程度のあれになりましたというようなことなんですけど。
Even though only a few people can stay at any one time, Aoki-san and his wife have their work cut out for them. I admire the energy and effort they put into running this place, because here the Old Tokaido becomes more than a road. Here, it is an experience as well. A direct link with the past, of which so much has already disappeared.